You have 2x all over, over x plus 2 plus x plus 1 all over x minus 1. Your denominators are different. And let's see if we can factor x plus 2 and x minus 2. Is there a way we can factor x plus 2? No. X minus 3, that's prime. So our next step here is to find the LCD. Let's find your LCD. Is there any, well, we said we cannot factor x plus 2, we cannot factor x minus 3, but there's no common, right? So if there's no common factor, their LCD is simply their product, all right? If there's no common factor, the LCD is simply the product. So we have to multiply x plus 2 and x minus 3, and that means that's your LCD. So our next goal is to make them both equal to the LCD, x plus 2, x minus 3 in terms of denominators. So let me copy that. So in order to do that, we divide. It's like what we usually do. We divide the LCD by the given denominator. So your LCD is x plus 2 times x minus 3 divided by x plus 2. If you divide, what's the quotient? Simply look at the binomial or the factor that needs to be canceled. So you'll be canceling x plus 2, right? And so the quotient is x minus 3. That means we have to multiply both by x minus 3. So this one is times x minus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, now we go to the next one. X plus 1 over x minus 3. Let's divide the LCD by the denominator. LCD divided by x minus 3. You get to cancel x minus 3. So the quotient is x plus 2. That means our multiplier for both numerator and denominator is x plus 2. X plus 2. Let us check our denominators. Is this the same as the LCD? Order does not matter here. Order doesn't matter. Is x minus 3 times x plus 2 the same as the LCD? Yes, so both are the same. So we say they are now like, okay, like rational expressions, or simply some very similar to that, like fractions, all right? So they are now the same. LCD and the two denominators are now the same. So we can put all numerators combined. That's how this is 2x times x minus 3. Or we want to multiply that now. Okay, let me just do it like this first. When you're doing this step, it's very important that you enclose expressions with parentheses to avoid mistakes in signs. All right. We note that these ones are the same. So we just write this once under one fraction bar. We can simply just write the LCD x plus 2 times x minus 3. Like I said, these are now your LCD, 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 LCD. So we can just write it once. It's time to multiply our numerator by distributive property and FOIL. You have 2x times x. That gives us 2x squared. 2x times negative 3. That's negative 6x. Oh, let me use the same color there. All right, next, Next is this, your FOIL. All right, so parenthesis, yet parenthesis plus x times x. By foiling it, x times 2, you have 2x. 1 times x, that is x. 1 times 2, that's plus 2. All over the LCD, x plus 2 times x minus 3. Let's continue. Now here, since this is plus, it's safe to combine like terms now. Unless it's a subtraction. If it's a subtraction, you need to change the signs. But this is addition, so we simply combine like terms. Which are like terms? Okay, let's go to this. 2x squared plus x squared. Consider all your x squared. There are only two. 2x squared and x squared. What's that? What's the sum? We have 3x squared. Let's go to the x's. Let's go to the x's. We have negative 6x plus 2x, negative 4x plus x, negative 3x. That's right. So we just combine those like terms. That's a negative 3x. And then we have, now there's only one constant term, 2. So that's simply plus 2. All over x plus 2. I forgot the parenthesis there. X plus 2 times x minus 3. That's if we can factor our numerator. Can we factor our numerator? That's 3x squared minus 3x plus 2. Let's do the AC. Let's see if we can come up with factors. 3 times 2 is 6. The sum is negative 3. Do we have factors for 6 whose sum is negative 3? Well, let's try out all of those. When your product is positive, well, look at that, the one in the box, right? If your product is positive, your sum is positive, both factors must be, I mean, that's negative, right? Okay. Product positive, sum negative, both factors must be both negative. All right. Do we have those? Let's see. We have 6 here, negative, 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 negative. Let's try out all those factors of 6. What can give us a product of 6? Negative 1 times negative 6. What else? Negative 2 times negative 3. But let's check the sum. What's the sum here? Negative 7. What's the sum here? Negative 5. What else will give us a product of 6? That's it. Even if you switch it, it's still the same, right? Negative 6, negative 1, negative 3, negative 2. You will not get negative 3. That means our numerator is not factorable. So that means this is our answer. Okay, that's our answer.